Hey everyone, welcome back to another Simi-Sarah speed build. Today we are in an apartment building, 702 Zen View in, oh my goodness, in the City Living pack. This is one that I have had in my drafts for a bit, so this is like, I don't know, definitely pre-update from spa update and the swatch update. Since with the new swatch update, I feel like if I went back and use those new swatches, I feel like I could do a lot more since they fixed the curtains and so much more. But anyways, so this is pre-update of that. This was a 2-story apartment building, which I immediately knew that the downstairs needed kind of a lift in terms of like it could be wider for the living room spot. So I did bump out that and lose a little bit more of the decking space that was there. But at the very end, I do the deck, and I that has got to be my favorite part of this build. So stick around for the end so that you can see kind of what I did outside on that little decking area of the apartment. But today, I went for the vibe of a almost like a modern vintage artistic apartment. So a lot of words, but basically, I have a little bit of modern, but mostly this just like vintage, artistic feeling. So I was thinking an artist might live here, specifically a painter, maybe a photographer. Up to you, definitely. But I went for like different sculptures that I place on this middle table and just different things that I thought an artist would decorate their place with. I add a whole bunch of color to this space because that artistic-y vibe is just like so colorful, filled with designs and different like furniture. So you'll kind of see me like mismatch some of the furniture to kind of just create this whole space, artistic-y space. I do add a bathroom. This apartment actually only comes with one bathroom, and I can't quite remember, but I add one in that little corner right there. I feel like that was like the perfect space for a bathroom. So that's like the half bath, kind of for like your guests who might come and need to be entertained. And so it's got like a toilet and sink and everything in there. I really love my entrance area. I love using the space underneath the stairs to kind of create this like little bench area to take shoes on and off, and maybe you're waiting for somebody. I like using that space and having that little sculpture to kind of pull things in. You might see me here, like I love that wood piece there, but when I tried to add a plant on it, it wasn't the right height. And of course I could use my red shelf. But there was some sort of update that every time you update The Sims, you have to go and turn it on all your mods again and then restart the game in order for your mods to work. And I didn't realize that had happened this time around, and since I was already in the middle of a speed build, I didn't think it would be a good idea to just like shut it all down, especially when I was feeling really inspired with this build. So you'll see me like, if it didn't work to the perfect height using the Control 9 and Control 0, then I ended up foregoing it for this build. So like, I love that coffee table, but I believe I end up switching it. Maybe not. I can't remember. Anyways, those two couches, the armchair and that large couch, are my absolute favorite combination of couches at the moment. The long one is from Cottage Living, and I believe that armchair is also from Cottage Living. Just the different color I thought worked really well, especially with that rug. Just kind of creating that whole colorful living room feeling with some comfort. I do end up changing the wallpaper. It's not going to be very modern, or like at least that modern. It's instead going to be this really colorful artistic pattern, which I didn't like. I don't know. It's kind of become one of my new favorite wallpapers, I think. Unfortunately, it's not very versatile, meaning that like I wouldn't be able to use it for all my builds, but I liked it here a lot. I love the dining room. I love how it comes out. I end up switching the table and the chairs to white to kind of make the swatches go a little bit better. I put in this new rug underneath it because I didn't really want it to match the exact same one as the living room. So I was kind of fiddling around and trying to figure out a rug that would have that like worn down feeling. So yeah, I found that rug and I thought that was perfect. Okay, like these older rugs from like an older home that they have. So yeah, the kitchen is just like this giant room over here that I'm going to be getting to. And since like I was going for colorful as well as like almost like red, yellow, and blue tones, I end up using the I think country kitchen cabinets and going with that blue that's with them. Yeah, the country cabinets. So I changed them all to that blue to kind of match with the rest of the apartment and just give it really more of a less of a stale feeling because I felt like it was very stale with all that white. I end up getting some nice really blue wallpaper as well into that room, which I thought really brought it all together. And actually towards the end is when I actually clutter up the kitchen. I was kind of struggling with the layout of the kitchen and how I wanted it. So I wanted to come back to it with a fresh perspective and see before I cluttered it if like I wanted to keep the layout or if I wanted to change it around. I ended up being very happy with it, or at least like feeling like it better fits because what I end up doing is getting like this little coffee stand in the corner on that opposite wall, which I felt fit a lot better. Yeah, that kitchen is just really big, but I didn't really want to break it down into anything more. So I made the space work, added some nice features into it, and yeah, I come back and clutter it up quite more than it has been. As many of you probably know, we got 2 new kits released and out there. They are create a sim kits. We've got the I love the idea of the diversity that comes with it. I definitely agree with a lot of what some other people were saying is that you shouldn't have to pay to see yourself represented in a game. Definitely agree with that. I am not much of a create a sim person, so even I mean, I love playing the game, but create a sim just seems not worth it to me, especially at $5 a piece. So I'm actually not going to be end up getting this kit, at least not right now. Maybe something will change, but maybe if there's like a big sale or something and it ends up being like $1, maybe that'd be something I'd be more interested in. But I don't think I'll be planning on getting either of those 2 new kits anytime in the future or for the future at the moment. But I am really excited for what the 3rd kit could possibly be. It sounds like a modern sanctuary, which some people are speculating that means bathroom. Which I would be thrilled with. I feel like the bathroom materials that we do have, there's just not enough shower tub combinations. I also feel like there's not a very basic toilet that has high stats. Like I think there's one basic toilet, meaning like no design flair to it. But like the stats are so low and it's considered uncomfortable, and that I never end up using it because I know that I want my Sims to not at least be uncomfortable when they're using it. So I would love to see maybe a few more options for different toilets with that. But at the same time, modern sanctuary, it would be so cool to see something almost, let's see, like an officey plants type of style. Does that make sense? Like I could see a sanctuary. Remember, sanctuary is like this safe place or this place that you want to hang out with. And I could see like plants being something like that. It'd be pretty neat to get some more plants in The Sims, especially as a kit, because I don't think like we've talked about, kits were supposed to be, not that they were supposed to be this thing where they don't quite fit into other packs. I do not think some of the kits that they have, I don't agree with it. Like, why country living kitchen set? Why in the world would that not be part of cottage living? Like, that's literally the same theme. So, EA definitely tries to scam a little bit with money. We've lots of people talk about it, but anyways, so I'm hoping that the Modern Sanctuary brings a whole bunch of good building materials for either the bathroom or decoration things. I love this idea. I saw somebody comment it on a different YouTuber's video. Somebody had the idea of a kit designed specifically just for cluttering your house, and I thought that was genius. So like, we get little clutter items with each pack, but we could always use more clutter. People talk about that all the time. There are just so many ways that you can decorate a home, and the clutter could just be like endless. Like, there's just so much to have. That if there was a kit for $5 where it just had like 30 to 40 clutter items for different shelves or whatever it is, I 100% like, yes, take my money for that. Don't tell, or I'm guessing my husband wouldn't be quite thrilled to hear that I'm like throwing my money at EA, but anyways, that's the price you pay for a person who's obsessed with The Sims. I have played Sims since I was, I think, 10. So I started when the original Sims was out, but I was not allowed to play it right away. I couldn't start playing until Sims 2 was out. And once I got my first Sims thing, I was obsessed. Like, I remember my computer taking so long to load The Sims that I had a time limit at my house. That by the time The Sims loaded up, I would only have like 5 minutes to actually play and was so disappointed. We had like this 20 to 30 minute time limit on our computer because there were 6 of us kids sharing one computer, and my parents just really want us to make sure that we weren't always on electronics. But man, I would take 15 minutes of my time just waiting for The Sims 2 to load before actually being able to play. But I've been obsessed with Sims for so long, and I haven't even outgrown it. I'm now 26 and I still love everything about The Sims. And like, in terms of like the progress it's made, I think the building is so much more fun in The Sims 4. Definitely not my favorite for gameplay. Sims 3, I think, is probably my favorite. The Ambitions pack really made it, like, I don't know. I think that was like my favorite pack for The Sims 3, or Generations. Everyone I know, we are all waiting in anticipation for Sims 4 to come out with the next pack to be Generations. Like, why have we not gotten it? They know that everyone was obsessed with that pack. That pack, if you don't know, for Generations included things like cars, so that, not cars, like a whole bunch of items for teenagers and kids and toddlers. So you could teach your teenager how to drive in the car, and they would have to get their driver's license and things like that. That, like, none of that's here. I mean, we don't even have cars in The Sims 4. So, gameplay, Sims 4 is not my favorite. Building wise, love it. I'm, Sims 4 being like 7 years already makes me like wonder about Sims 5. Are they going to finish fixing Sims 4? And what I mean by that is, they've been talking about like, how can we make Sims 4 more deep for gameplay and things like that. Do you think they're gonna, like, if you had your thoughts on it, do you think they're going to try to fix the depth of Sims 4 before releasing Sims 5? Or do you think Sims 4 is just going to be known for basically builders only, or specifically? I mean, the graphics for Sims 4, like the textures have gotten phenomenal over time. They started pretty sad. and they've progressed quite a lot. So I guess I'm curious, like Sims 5, what would the graphics be that would require them to move on to The Sims 5? Just some ideas, some speculation. Anyways, I finished up the upstairs there. There are 2 bathrooms upstairs. I don't show you the second bathroom that I fill in. And I've got all of that space up there for your artist. I clutter up the kitchen here, like I mentioned. I love the bedroom that I created with that little loft step-up area. I thought it looked really nice, very artistic-y, like mentioned. Lots of color, lots of fun decorations. Absolutely beautiful. We are about to move on to my favorite part, the outdoor area, that space. I think I love it so much because apartment buildings with outdoor space just gives me the idea of a sanctuary, kind of like what The Sims were talking about, or EA with the next kit. That could be another speculation. Could be a kit for maybe like I know we have like outdoor patio, so maybe another sanctuary space. But anyways, the outdoor space I think I love so much because there's just like an outdoor rug out there. There's lots of plants, lots of space for the artistic sim. I even get like a grill out there and a place to eat your food. I love the idea of just having that right off the dining room and living room space. That kind of makes it feel like it's right there for them to use to eat outside and grill. I also add that grill out there. So one thing that I'm looking forward to in the future, the next time EA or Origin has a sale on The Sims, I was looking for lights for these walls, and I realized like there's not this like modern black overhang light in any of the packs that I own. I realize though there is one in the bowling kit. So the next time Origin has a sale, I'm planning on getting the bowling pack just specifically for that light. I mean, I'm sure I'll use plenty of other things and have fun with it, but that black modern light in it is beautiful. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe below, and I hope you enjoy these screenshots.